Do you ever feel nostalgic when you're walking through the school?
You know, I feel proud. I feel proud when I come back here.
It's funny being back in the building. Like, I think because we were kind of a smaller class, we were a family of like a mix of odd humans all brought together. And like, there was like such a cool sense of community and everyone had their own thing and stuff that they were into, but it was neat to kind of come together as a grade.
We had dances in here, there were plays in here, so it's definitely kind of bringing back all of those times.
What do you remember most about high school?
Homework.
Spirit Week.
Definitely the ease of wearing a uniform.
Probably the girls that were in my grade. They were super energetic, super smart, super strong women, and that's something that I've always loved.
10 years later, are you where you thought you would be?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Yes, I can actually say that.
Personally, I just had all these dreams that at this age I would have a house and a family.
I had a lot of dreams and a lot of high expectations for myself.
I think a lot of people are pretty goal-driven and goal-oriented, and it's really easy to just want to get to that next point, but then you kind of miss all the other opportunities that are coming your way.
You can have goals, but you may not achieve them in the path that you've planned out.
In high school, the more you study, the better you'll do on a test. And when I entered the real world, I realized that it's not like you're climbing a ladder and, you know, the higher you climb, the closer you get to where you want to be. It's more like a jungle gym.
Where do you think you were going to end up when you were graduating?
I graduated from high school, I was in the plays, and then I graduated in theater at university. Now I'm actually confident in saying that I'm working in theater, which is amazing.
After I graduated, I worked towards my CPA designation while working full-time at Manulife.
I work as a copywriter.
I've been working at RBC.
I work in the film industry as an actor, writer, and producer. I'm an offline producer in advertising.
Thinking back, did you have any preconceived notions or ideals about the world or life in general when you're graduating that have vastly changed in the last 10 years?
We're so hung up on like getting into a program or a major that will then lead to something and lead to our career. And I think it's just about every experience that you do during university that kind of leads you to that career eventually.
A meaningful relationship can actually get you a lot farther than what you're seeing just in a textbook.
I think there's a lot to be learned outside of a classroom and from the people who exist in your world.
I think when you're 18 and you're going into a new world, you're worried about what other people are going to think about you. And so you're trying to fit within this box.
And you're still actually discovering yourself.
I wish that I'd spent time actually like getting to know myself rather than like what I should be doing or what is the right thing to be doing or what's like the smart thing to be doing.
I took a year off after I graduated, and I think that was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. Because it let me just kind of debrief from high school and figure out where I was actually going to go.
If you're just fearless and make decisions that make you happy, you're going to end up being happier without worrying about what other people think.
Everyone has their own journey. If you are faced with a challenge that you never thought you would face in your 20s, don't let that stop you from pursuing your dreams.
Right after graduating, I feel like it was like a racehorse that was just let out of the gate, and I just started sprinting as fast as I could. I didn't think that rest was necessary. I had a lot of things that I wanted to get done, and I thought that the harder you worked, the more reward you would receive, and I've learned that at some point you have to take a break or your body will shut you down. That's a major lesson I learned after my first 5 years out of high school. And now I've spent the last 5 years recuperating from those first 5.
And while some people are also ahead of the game in terms of discovering their careers or they're excelling in their careers, if you're not, that is fine.
And things take time. There's no rush.
And you just gotta be patient.
Do you have any advice for the grads of 2019?
Find balance.
Don't miss the journey because you're focused on the end.
Do what you love.
Do what you want, and like if it feels good and excites you, then it's worthwhile.
Coming from a girls' school, you have this strong foundation of being a female leader, and you can carry that through to whatever you do in life, because there's a general trend right now that females are capable and they can be strong leaders.
You know, help each other, whether it's at school or whether it's in your career.
It really is the bonds that you made here and the strength that you developed in high school that allowed you to overcome those obstacles.
Build meaningful relationships.
The world is very small, and you never know when you'll be in the same community or industry as someone and might need a favor from them.
Right now, you have so many opportunities, unlike before.
I didn't even know what I do existed.
Social media, especially Instagram, it gives you an array of opportunities to be artistic, express your true self. You can start your own business.
At other times, you need to know to step away and know that that's not the real world and that's not real life, and the things that matter are usually right in front of you.
Knowing what you know now, going through the experiences you've had in the last 10 years, if you had the opportunity to say, oh, I get to, write my 10 years later grad quote, what would it be?
Have fun and do whatever you're passionate about.
Try not to worry so much.
Be fearless.
Do whatever you want.
You're going to get through anything that comes your way.
You'll be okay.